Hello and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. As always, I'm John.
And I'm Ken.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, fellas. Hey, gals and guys and everyone out there.
Fellas, guys, and gals.
Guys and gals and gumads and all that fun stuff.
You know, I want to start by saying I've been driving out here, 2-3 times a month now for the past couple years.
Yeah.
And it took me a different way today.
Really?
A way I've never been.
Did you feel betrayed?
I didn't feel betrayed, but I kept looking. I'm like, did I put the wrong address?
Yeah. So let me ask you this, though. If you've driven out here that many times, why are you still putting it on your navigation?
I do for traffic-wise.
Oh,
I do for
okay.
traffic and cops, because I'm doing like 99 miles per hour as I'm driving here. But it took me, I don't know, it was a weird road. I had to go on like Cherry Lane and somewhere else, and it was just forest, all around, turns.
Oh, you went through Tempewick, maybe? Tempewick Road?
No, it wasn't Tempe because I've taken that before.
Yeah.
And it was turns, forest, no houses.
So you didn't go through Morristown.
No,
You didn't go through
no.
Tempewick.
It was like exit 36B. I saw the Autobahn something, I don't know. And then, of course, a car has to come behind me. It's 25 miles per hour.
Yeah.
I'm doing 40 miles per hour because,
Yeah.
I'm a man. I'm not going to drive like an old lady.
Yeah.
And still someone was up my ass as I'm cutting corners. Now I'm getting anxiety. I'm like, where the hell am I?
Yeah.
I thought I was going to stumble on friggin' Ray Brower's body from Stand By Me. That's how desolate everything was.
Yeah.
And a deer runs out across the road. I thought I was going to hit him. And I'm like, where the hell am I?
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden it cut me up and I was on that street. Right across was the, is that White Horse Pub or Black Horse Pub?
Oh, Black Horse Tavern.
Black Horse Tavern was straight ahead of me.
So you came from that way.
Like, I had to make the left
Interesting.
to hit by you. I've never been this.
Did you go
all these
past
years.
Gary's wine?
No. It was just farmhouses and farms. And then you get a mansion every once in a while.
Oh.
And then farmhouse and then a horse. And it was just odd. And then nothing.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Very
I've
strange.
never been that way ever in my
Well,
life.
you know what I always say? It's never a bad thing to take a different way once in a while because you never know when you might need to know.
And
you
it
know?
felt quick, though, coming. It felt quicker. It was weird. Maybe because I was on 87 longer?
Yes.
I don't know, 287.
Yeah. Well, that could be it. That could be it.
I just got annoyed because that dude was on my ass.
Yes.
25 miles per hour, and like the bends were so sharp.
That's when you
I'm
take.
already doing 40, and this guy was like on my
That's
ass.
when you just start throwing things out the window and
I know.
land on their windshield. Take your
All right,
Snapple bottle or something.
rant
Try it
over.
out. Yeah, rant over. And time to drink. And we are drinking something that I was going to John. I was going down my list of things that we've had and haven't had, and
And we haven't had knobs in
I
a
don't
while.
think, yeah. I was looking. I had to double check because I'm like, I go to John. I'm like, geez, I almost finished this bottle. I want to get it on the show if we haven't had it on the
There's
show.
nothing in there.
Yeah, it's like down to, it's getting low. This is a Knob Creek 12 year, and it's coming in at 100 proof, 50% alcohol. And obviously, I like it.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
Because I keep drinking it. And I mean, I don't remember exactly what I paid for this Knob Creek 12 year, but I do know that it is something that is definitely affordable for a nice 12 year. I mean, I'm talking like
12 years is a long time.
yeah, it's got to be $100. I mean, you think about it though. You like your Eagle Rear's a 10 year. I mean, you have some that are like 13s, like you have your Baker's 13, which comes in at a premium. Your Russell's Reserve 13 comes in at a premium. Your Cream of Kentucky, that one right there in particular, they have 12 years, but that's an 11.5 year. Once again, comes in a little bit more on a premium. So to get something with this kind of age statement that is affordable, I mean, you really can't beat that. I mean, I would say if you see it in the store, obviously, like I said, I like it. But I want to see what you think about it personally, John.
All right.
And we'll try it out.
Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
Smells good.
Oh, I went right into it. Sorry. Well,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, it's nice.
It's very nice.
It's oaky.
It's very subtle, Mrs. Esterhouse.
Got some heat.
It's got a little heat on the back
Yeah.
of the tongue.
Yeah, for 100 proof, it's got more heat than I would think.
Yeah.
Normally.
The first sip was a little lighter, and the second sip is when it hit me.
Yeah.
But I like it for 12 years.
It's got good flavor.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
digging
beat
it.
that. Yeah. Pretty solid.
Maybe because the bottle's been open so long, it's got like it,
Yeah,
it
I always say
flavored
once you
nicely.
get towards the end of that bottle, you got to start drinking them a little faster because
It gets more boozy.
there's too much oxygen. I don't know what do they call it? when it's, I don't know, it's oxidizing, or I forget what it is, but
Nitrous oxide?
No, I got a brain fart right now, but yeah, I think it's oxide. But they say when there's too much air in the bottle, air to liquor ratio in the bottle, that's the time. So bourbon doesn't go, like, you can have a bourbon that's cracked that's like up to here or something, or here, and it's going to typically be all right for whatever amount of years. But when it starts getting towards that end, I've read that you kind of got to start drinking it and just finishing it, because you don't sit on a bottle like this for too long.
Is that why people, when it comes towards the end of the bottle, and they have multiple bottles that are like that, they'll just throw it in one bottle?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think it also depends on what kind of spirit or what kind of bourbon it is. You know, you're not going to want to take
the last year Pappy
and
mix it with
mix it in with your others. You're just going to drink
your fighting
that.
cock.
I think you'll just drink that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, with your fighting cock. But yeah, overall solid. Good bourbon.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
And they're out of Kentucky, right?
Yeah. Yep. Knob is from Claremont, Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always thought Knob Creek was more of like a cheaper end bourbon, because I see Knob Creek more in stores
never get
than.
confused with it. I mean, we joke around when John mentioned chicken cock, but you can get $200 bottles of chicken cock. Chicken cock, fighting cock. Yeah.
Love chicken cock.
Fighting cock, but yeah, you can get $200 bottles of fighting cock. Depends what kind. Any bourbon for that matter.
Yeah.
You can always get a.
I guess there's always a cheaper version and then a good version.
Yeah.
But for the price you said, like a 12-year though, that's
yeah.
damn good.
It's not too bad. Anywho, real quick, I told John before this episode, I said I'm going to mention it real quick. We apologize for last episode. It was kind of a shit show.
A little bit of a shit show. We do a couple episodes in a day.
That day we did more than we probably should have, and we had
it got away
more
from
than
us.
we should have, and I had to do some editing in there to cut some of our laughing out. But yeah,
you know what? Sometimes we'll say an inside joke or we'll do something, and then you can't keep it in. And
yeah, that's pretty much.
Instead of starting over, I mean, hey.
Yeah. I was telling John, I'm like, I may have to eventually scrap that episode.
No. You know what? You don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we had a couple good beers, right? We did the England Hershey Porter, we did the Seven Tribesmen, and we did the very good Starlight Bourbon.
Yeah.
In the rum barrel, so you don't want to miss that.
I know. So they're not all going to be winners.
We can't all be winners.
So recently, there's we had some big games. It's this
that time of year.
With this episode airing, we'll just have the Pro Bowl, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're getting right now. We're preparing for that Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl will be this week. Yeah, this Sunday.
Yeah. And I was sad. I am a Ravens fan.
I'm sorry.
Yes. What did I say? I kept saying, I said, Kansas City, I don't feel like all the confidence in the world, because I know Kansas City can pull some things and they can do some things.
But you know what? That's not
Mahomes
even it, man.
He's a great quarterback.
Lamar and the Ravens just shit the bed, dude. They really did.
Yeah,
they didn't run the ball like they normally do. He did not look sharp. I don't know if it was nerves.
Mark Andrews being back meant nothing.
Nothing.
I don't think he did. Would he catch it twice? I don't even know, man.
I don't know. They just did not look good.
Yeah. They didn't show up the way they've showed up the rest of the season.
Yeah.
It was, I thought, because I was thinking about the game prior to that and how they were tied up at that first half, and then they just tore things up the second half. I thought that was going to kind of happen, where they were going to show up that second half. They're going to kind of, at that point, a lot of times teams, what they do is they figure out what they did wrong that first half.
Yeah.
And then they kind of capitalize on it, and they say, we're going to get this right, and we know what the QB's doing. We know what this running back's doing. We know what this wideout's doing. And sometimes you can fix that and make it right that second half. I mean, look at the 49ers versus the Lions. The Lions, I thought, were a sure thing that first half. They had that. What was it? It was a lead. It was insane.
It was like 21-7 or something.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy.
But they ruined that game themselves. I mean, you got to go for the points, man. If they they went for that field goal, it would have tied it up, would have brought it into overtime, would have been a whole different game.
Yeah.
But they tried to be cocky, go for it on 4th and 2.
Yeah.
I know the analytics say go for it,
Yeah.
but you got to take the points at that point, man.
Yeah.
You need all the points you can get.
Yes. Yes. But that would have played into other decisions, I think, and that would have played everything. It would have been like a domino effect. Like, okay, we did this, so this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen.
Yeah, but when you lose by 3, that's the point where you're going to pick out. You're going to pick out that right there.
Yeah, but that kicker could have missed a field goal too. Things could have happened.
100%.
You know, we don't know. It sucks. It sucks for them. It would have been nice to see the Lions in there. I mean, the 49ers have been in there not super long ago.
Lions never have.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see them in there. Kansas City Chiefs. I never thought I'd say this, and you know, I like the organization. I like Andy Reid. Mahomes is getting a little too cocky for me, though.
You just sick of them yet?
Yeah, and then.
Oh God!
I had a bunch of texts from friends saying, "I hope the Ravens kill the Chiefs because I'm sick of this Taylor Swift bullshit, man."
Well.
And all this and that.
You know the NFL wanted Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl.
Yes. I know. They want her at the Super Bowl because obviously the views, the ratings, all the non-football fans and Taylor Swift fans out there are going to be watching it now that maybe they wouldn't have watched it just to see her pop up. I mean, I know that they say or she says she doesn't want to be recorded, and they at one point you see that they kind of said that you can read her lips. She said like something like "stop filming me" or something.
Yeah, she yelled at like the CBS cameraman
or something of that sort. Okay, all right, but not for nothing. I mean, there's areas of the stadium you can't be recorded in. You know, if you want to just go there, support, you don't want to be on camera. There's like areas where you're not going to be recorded, right?
Go sit in the bathroom.
Yes, you sit in the bathroom, and
you're a mega superstar, the biggest one in the world right now.
Yeah,
all eyes are on you.
Yeah,
you can't get away with it. But you know the NFL wanted her there because it's just going to hype things up more. Yeah. And now it's the big story is, she's got a concert in China that day. How is she going to get from Tokyo, whatever, same shit. How are you going to get from over there to over here on time? And now that's the big story. We can't wait to see.
Is she going to perform in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, is she going to come running on the field?
If I were Usher, I'd be like, hell no. You know, this is my show, you know? And I think she's not going to be on there. She's not going to perform.
No, she's not going to perform. I'm sure she'll make it there.
Yes.
She'll shorten up her concert so that the little Tokyo people can't see everything, but or whatever. I'm looking forward. It should be a good game.
Yeah.
The Niners are really good.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, although they didn't have the greatest season, they had a good season, not a Chiefs season, you know.
Yeah.
But here they are again.
Who are you? I'm assuming you're rooting for the Niners then.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I always say, okay, if I were to choose right now, I would say the Niners. Obviously, the Chiefs beat the Ravens. I'm not happy about that. I want to see the Niners win.
I want to see who's going to make me money.
That is exactly what I was going to say next. Yeah. But ultimately, you're always going to say, because we're in boxes, we're in Super Bowl. Are you going to do that bourbon one I sent you or no?
Yeah, I went on there. I got confused. I got to go back.
All right. If you need help later, let me know. Jay did it. Our buddy Jay was he picked up a couple boxes. Yeah.
Okay.
On there. So, and I know he said they were at least halfway through right now at this point.
Okay. I'll go on.
And it's pretty cool. We're doing this one online. It's pretty cool because they do like
it's like $75, but you're not just getting a box, right?
Well, it's pretty. The cool thing about it is you get new numbers every quarter.
Oh, I didn't see. I got confused reading it, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
All right. So each row has 4 different numbers. So it's like, say it's a box, and then that box is split into 4. Top left corner represents first quarter. So say it's like a 1 through 9 or 0 through 9. And then the next one, that would be quarter 2, and that would be your numbers for that quarter, which could be, once again, 0 through 9. It's just basically so no one gets a shaft.
Okay.
And you always get new numbers. So if you had 2-2, and say someone else had 0-0, obviously you want the 0-0, you don't want the 2-2.
Yeah.
So it works for that kind of situation, which I guess kind of sucks if someone had 2-2. They'd be like, screw that, I want that the whole time, you know. But it's fair, and they do reversals. The reversal prizes aren't as high. So say the Chiefs had.
So what is it, 8 bottles they're giving away?
Oh, it's a lot, yeah.
Oh, see, I got confused.
Yes, and they have a Pappy 20 year in there too.
All right.
and had Old Forester birthday in there.
Maybe after this, we'll.
Yeah. It's it is slightly complicated for a second, and then you kind of figure it out.
Okay.
And then you got to just once you do it, they have the end page where you have to just put the form of payment and how many stuff like that. So, but it seemed pretty legit and pretty cool, and it's gonna be fun.
Is this your first time in that?
I did it last year.
You did it last year,
and I did not win.
Right.
But then they did consolation prizes even afterwards. They're like, we're gonna put a couple bottles up for those who didn't win, and just did things.
And then if you win, they just ship your bottle to you, and that's that.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
No.
All right.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
So it's legit.
Yeah.
They're not running away with your money.
I didn't win last year, but so I couldn't really confirm that it was legit. But I know I've recognized other people who are in my bourbon groups that are in it. So.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, and the guy's pretty cool. He's a nice guy. So, anywho.
I thought Jay was going to run one for bourbon bottle.
I don't know if he ended up, what happened. I think it's because, I think part of it was just it was a little too late.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to fill that up.
Yeah. It was kind of, I think next year, I think he'll definitely do it.
Are you in any this year?
I'm in a couple, yeah.
Besides that one?
Yeah, I did one with Jay's neighbor.
Okay.
So it was the one that Jay ran last year, but his neighbor took over this year.
Gotcha.
So I'm doing that one. Jay was... I don't know. Hopefully by now, in the time this thing airs, he was supposed to look into Cloverleaf to get me one over there too.
Okay.
At some bar. So, but a couple here and there. But whatever. The bourbon one's gonna be the fun one.
Yeah.
And so yeah, back to the Super Bowl, back to this whole Taylor Swift thing. Do you think? I mean, how much is the NFL involved in? Do you think there's like conspiracies and things like that with this, or what? What's your take on it?
I don't think there's conspiracies. I think it's like every other sport where it's like, hey, if we can lean some calls this way, let's do that.
Yeah.
Tom Brady got calls. In baseball, if you got a really good pitcher like a Justin Verlander versus like a rookie, borderline pitches, Justin Verlander's going to get the call. I think the NFL was like, hey, Lamar is the future. He had a great year, but Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce is the story of the year.
Yeah.
And Mahomes is probably the face of the NFL right now.
Yeah.
Now that Brady's gone, and I think they say, let's maybe lean some calls towards the Chiefs.
I know. You think that sometimes. And I feel that certain quarterbacks, like when Tom Brady, I always felt like they gave him goals.
Absolutely.
Roughing the passer. And he's like, ooh, my nail.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, this is football. And I love how they expect, these fullbacks and everything to run straight at a quarterback to sack, because that's their job. And to run straight towards them to tackle them, and then the quarterback
needs to stop on a dime.
Yes, the quarterback gets rid of the ball, and then he's like, "Oh, what are you supposed to do?"
Yeah,
no, you can't do that. It's inertia. It's not going to happen. So I feel like the NFL is a little, and like you said, if it's a bigger name, if it's a Mahomes now, and I hate to say this, and once again, not because they beat the Ravens, but I'm liking Mahomes a little less and less nowadays, man.
I was never a big Mahomes fan.
I liked him. I like Mahomes the way I like Purdy now.
So I like Purdy.
Yeah.
I like Purdy.
I like Mahomes. When Mahomes started, it's because he was kind of a no-name. He was doing great, and that's what I think about Purdy. It was kind of started out like no one who knew who the hell he was. And he's having a great season, and I was like, man, this guy's going to go far. That's what I said about Mahomes. He's going to go far. After his first season, he was doing great, but now I feel like he's getting a little cocky, man. I don't know. I guess he could be, he can, but
I guess it's just because he's in every commercial.
Yes, that's. Annoying.
If you watch quarterbacks on like Netflix or whatever, I think it was Netflix, and you watch him and like his home life and his work ethic, he seems like he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
but when the same person's winning and doing it, and he's all over your TV, you get. It's like they're just dumping him down your throat. That's what makes you. It's maybe not so much him. It's the fact that he's dumped down our throat every minute, everywhere.
I know, and Kelce too, though.
Kelce too.
Kelce, I got my 2 Band-Aids and he's in all.
Kelce doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah,
because he's funny. You know what I mean?
He's funny, but what is with his gangsta talk?
Yeah.
Ever notice that about him, man?
Yeah.
Yo, well, and I'm like, who are you, man? Who do you think?
I don't think he knows. He started getting on my nerves a little bit. I still like him because he cracks me. I like his podcast. I like him and his brother together. I think they're funny.
I haven't listened to it.
Him with his like wardrobe shit. That's a little kooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm sure he's a great guy. I just, It's when you start seeing too much of someone and you start hearing so much of someone and their dating life and all this, it just kind of gets annoying. I'm here to watch football. I'm here because I like the sport. Listen to this. I was scrolling through my Facebook before, and I saw they were selling shirts that said "Go Taylor Swift's boyfriend."
I saw that,
and I was like, "What the heck is going on here?"
So since she started dating him, the Chiefs, number one, their like Instagram, everything went off, right? Their merchandise went off like berserk. Like they're making so much money off of merchandise, and it's all because of her.
Yeah.
So if he loses, is it over? Are they breaking up after the season?
I know.
Are they done?
I kind of think that's part of the reason why I want them to lose too.
You want to see if they break up?
Well, not to see it, but it's just because they're living in a fairy tale world right now, and they're enjoying.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're really in love.
They're in their honeymooner phase of their relationship, I guess, and and they just started dating when the football season kind of started underway.
You know, I'm glad. Another reason why I'm rooting for the Niners because Christian McCaffrey is probably one of the greatest running backs right now.
Yeah, he's
he's never been to a Super Bowl. He deserves it. He put in the work.
Yeah.
He's a stud. He
won
me my fantasy football.
Why did they ever get rid of him? What do you call it?
The Panther?
Panthers, yeah.
I think he wanted out.
Yeah?
I think a part of him maybe forced that a little bit.
So here's the
and he probably wanted a big contract that they couldn't afford.
So was it the last time the 49ers were in the Super Bowl was when Jim Harbaugh was coach?
Oh, wait, what's his name was the quarterback? No. They were in 2 years ago. Wasn't it 2 years ago?
Were they? Oh.
When Purdy got hurt?
No, well, Purdy wasn't playing then.
Or was that the NFC Championship game?
Garoppolo? Was it Garoppolo? No.
It was Garoppolo by default. I don't remember. I think they were only in there a couple years ago.
Yeah?
I'll look that up.
But anywho, so that was interesting. Remember, again, I know specifically because they were playing the Ravens, and they called it the Harbaugh. And it was Jim Harbaugh and John Harbaugh, with both the coaches of the opposite teams.
And that's
their
when
brothers.
What's his name was the quarterback, Kaepernick, right?
Yes, I think. But that was a big game. But you see, Jim Harbaugh's coming. What's he coaching?
Chargers.
The Chargers.
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, Jim Harbaugh, he's got a bad reputation with. I think a lot of the players weren't fond of him or something, and he was butting heads. But wasn't that his first year? And he took him to the Super Bowl quarterback to the Super Bowl.
Yes. So this is a repeat of February 2nd, 2020. The Chiefs and the Niners.
Okay, it was the Chiefs and the Niners.
It was the Chiefs and the Niners.
So this is a repeat. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The Chiefs won 31-20.
I didn't realize the 49ers were in there now.
It was Mahomes.
I remember 7 years ago, the 49ers are the worst team in the league.
It was Garoppolo versus Mahomes, yeah. Garoppolo versus Mahomes.
So it was Garoppolo and Mahomes.
Yeah.
The Harbaugh.
And
yeah, but anyways, what I was saying back to
the Harbaugh one was the Baltimore San Francisco was 2013.
Yeah. But it's nice to see Jim back in the NFL. The Michigan one, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So he like I said, I think he had a bad rep with the players and everything.
Joe Flacco's Super Bowl win.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when he made the big bucks. The next year he made the big bucks.
And then he was a Jet sitting on the bench.
I think, yeah. But yeah, nice to see him back in there though.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the Chargers. If I had to pick another team, they would be one of the ones that I would consider.
Yeah.
I like Justin Herbert. They never win, so it's cool to, maybe we'll see if the coach really means something.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm really surprised that Bill Belichick hasn't gotten a job, and it seems like he's not going to. From what I understand, it's his attitude that the teams are like, you know what, we're good. We're going to go somewhere else. Vrabel hasn't gotten a job. All these big-time coaches are, so we'll see.
Yeah, we shall see.
We shall see. What is your opinion about the halftime show this year?
Usher?
Yeah, are you...
I feel like Usher... Yeah, why do they do that with these? It's always someone that... I'm not always complaining necessarily about it, but... is he still really doing things?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I haven't heard anything from Usher.
I don't know.
I think ever since Janet Jackson's titty flopped out, they're like, we need we got to play it safe. And
yeah, I feel like I haven't seen too much from, but I'm not into that kind of music. But like, certain people you just see a lot of. And
he's just going to play his past hits because he's probably got so many that he can fill in a spot.
But remember they did that, like, I mean, it was cool to see, but, you saw, like, the one with Dr. Dre and 50 Cent and all that, and Eminem.
That could have been better.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of times they're picking these groups or bands or people that aren't really as prominent.
Who would you like to see?
Oh, God. For an event like this... I mean, I don't know. I'm not as into
the halftime show.
Well, I'm not as into like what they would normally put on one of these shows.
Well, if you had to pick, if Ken was running the Super Bowl this year, and you're like, "Hey, Ken, you are in charge of the halftime show."
Any music I like or bands I like, they would not. I don't think they'd ever put on the Super Bowl show. But nor do I think I don't know if any of the bands I like would want to be a part of the Super Bowl show. Just considering what they put on there in the past.
Would you like to see a little Billy Joel, or you think that would put people to sleep?
Once again, though, he hasn't created anything really new.
He does have a new.
I heard
a new song.
I heard
right?
I did. Yeah. But it's like Aerosmith. They had Aerosmith that one time, and they did the combination.
Kind of like U2.
Yeah.
Has U2 done it?
I feel like they probably.
I feel like they probably have, right?
Yeah. I mean, as far as I guess someone that's doing something currently maybe would be cool. Just
like they had The Weeknd a few years ago, and that freaked me out. That halftime show, I didn't like that one at all. I'm not a fan of him.
Did you save your tears for another day?
Oh God, here we go. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I know I'm the worst at this because I'm saying I don't know if how I feel about Usher, but I can't even say who I'd like to see on there. Who's big now? That's making.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
What would be good to see on there? Maybe Taylor Swift.
You will, my friend. You will. She's too big. You think she's too big to play the Super Bowl?
That's the thing. I wonder. I mean, Beyonce did it at one point, but she's not even big anymore, is she?
No, you don't hear nothing from her anymore, right?
I don't know.
I'm sure she will be, but or Timberlake. I mean, he always puts on a good show, but he did it.
He did it already with Janet Jackson. Yeah, he's the one that you saw her titty at the end of the song.
He did a titty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who I would want out there. Breaking Benjamin. Poor man's poison.
You're not gonna that shit. That'd be awesome, but that's it's a different. That's not what Super Bowl gets there. Unfortunately, they're gonna. Like I said, I like some of that more indie stuff and stuff like that. So my opinion's not gonna mean anything. Or whatever. So
I wouldn't mind maybe like a Green Day or Blink-182.
I hate Green Day.
I don't know. Just trying to think of like 90s bands that I like.
I'm surprised you didn't say Dave Matthews or something like that.
I would love to see Dave Matthews, but I don't think he would ever do the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I guess because it's too pop, it's too mainstream, for stuff that we like. So we're not.
I 100% would love Dave out there.
Yeah.
I'm already going to buy tickets. He's coming around. I already saw concert lineup coming out. How about Alanis? I'd love to see Alanis out there, man.
Yeah, but once again,
I don't know if she's popular enough.
Yeah, I don't know if she's popular now.
All right, well, whatever. Let's move on to this beer right here.
We ought to know.
Speaking of Alanis Morissette, nothing to do with her, but this one is from Beer Tree Brewing Company.
She always seemed like a space cadet.
Yeah. This one's called Into Orbit.
Yes.
And it is a double New England IPA coming in at 8%.
Yeah, this was another one that was lost in my fridge. That
this
maybe
was lost.
I got from Dom. I'm sorry, Dom. Things get lost in there sometimes, and I gotta grab stuff. Dom, don't be afraid to give us more beers.
Yeah, we haven't gotten anything from Dom in a while. He's like, screw you guys.
He's like, drink them for a year.
Yeah.
I don't know how old this is, but anywho,
this is out of Johnson.
But me and John kind of had to start going through the fridge and seeing things because we're running out now. So
Johnson City, New York.
Okay.
And this can has been through the ringer though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what you did to this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It might. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it looks good.
Yeah. Into orbit. Let's try.
Yeah. Let's see if we end up in orbit.
We've been doing so many porters and stuff lately.
Yes.
This is gonna be refreshing.
We'll probably be doing something the next episode.
Ooh, yummy.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you something, brother.
I don't care how old this is. It's really good. I feel like all that stuff has been sitting there and
I don't think it's that old. I don't think it's that old.
Oh, okay.
Like 3 years.
Wow, this is good. Wow.
I think Dom's always going to Beer City or Beer Tree and talking about Beer Tree. They're good.
This is fantastic.
Where's Johnson City, New York?
Johnson City. I don't know.
I love a good Johnson.
They make good sausages. I don't know. But this is fantastic.
Flavor's unreal.
Yeah, I'm getting... Man, this is solid. I'm getting some of that fruit, some of that pineapple, but it's not like as pineapple forward. It's lighter, I feel like, than what we normally get.
Yeah, it's definitely pineapple forward, 100%.
But not like in your face pineapple like some other ones. I feel like the body on this is lighter. I feel like I can maybe drink a couple of these things, man. This is good.
No, it's very good.
Yeah.
So this isn't far. It's only 2 hours away from us here.
Which means it's probably closer to you, because everything that's 2 hours from here is like an hour and a half from you.
It's next to Binghamton.
Oh, that's up there, man.
Yeah, that's up there.
That's minor area, man.
Minor?
Minor.
Like kids?
No, like the miners that look for coal and shit.
Like the Seven Dwarfs?
Michael Jackson went there one time, and he's like, I heard there's miners here.
Michael Johnson.
No, not those kind of miners. Miners, Michael.
No, this is good.
Yeah.
Tom, thank you.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, solid.
It's definitely solid. Going back to the Super Bowl real quick.
Yeah,
Do you
go
know,
back.
Do you know where I get to watch the Super Bowl from?
Where?
I will be at the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas
Oh, that's right.
on Super Bowl Sunday.
John's gonna get killed in the Bahamas.
I leave this Saturday. This is a couples trip with my buddy Joe and his wife, me and my wife. The kids are staying home. I've never been this far and away from my kids for this long, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. I was watching the news the other day, and I thought of you, and I was like, oh, Johnny.
Yeah.
They said, I think it was like 18 people murdered just from the start of 24.
I think there's more than that.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, I got the advisory, but we're not leaving the resort, so I think we'll be okay. I mean, if we leave the resort, we'll go downtown where like the cruise ships are.
Well,
we'll
the good thing is the resort probably won't be too busy.
Nobody's going.
Everyone's canceling. I'm not going there.
You know what? It's funny you say that because I belong to the Facebook group for the resort, and people are like, yeah, we're canceling. We're not coming. We're afraid.
Yeah.
It's a very heavily guarded resort. Nobody's going in there doing anything.
Yeah.
If I'm going out in my bathing suit.
Just wear your Speedo. That'll keep them away.
Yeah. They're doing a thing where it's $75, all you can eat, all you can drink.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cheap, $75.
That is cheap.
To watch the game. I don't know what's going to be offered for that kind of money. It
Yeah.
might be just like unlimited potato chips. I don't know.
Do they even have wings, or is it or some like jerk chicken or something maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or what? What are
We'll
they gonna
find
do?
out. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of beer they serve down there.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be Beer Tree Brewing Company, that's for sure.
No, it's not going to be as good as this.
But
is real-
I'm getting on a plane again.
Yeah. Look at this, man. This guy hasn't been on a plane for years. Goes to Kentucky with me, and now
4
he's
months.
now he's
two
got
plane rides in 4 months.
He's got the fever.
I got the fever flip.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta get back on a plane. I think he likes getting high.
Listen, I've never been to a resort before. I always do cruises, so this time why not? I'll be there for the Super Bowl. I'll be there for V-Day.
Yeah. Which, by the way, our next episode will be the Valentine's Day
It'll be
episode.
Valentine's Day,
Yes.
so wear your red lipstick.
Yeah, it's
'cause
gonna be
I'm-
fun.
thank you.
Yeah.
Hope you bring me flowers.
Well, maybe
So
not
I'll bring my
flowers.
box pools with me. I'm gonna watch from the big screen. Hopefully, I come home to some Monet.
Yeah.
'Cause this shit's gonna cost me some money. And
our Valentine's Day episode will be airing while you're over there, or no? Or no?
No.
Okay.
Did we screw? No. Valentine's Day episode will come out while I'm over there. Yes.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this episode comes out before the Super Bowl, which is next Tuesday,
Yep.
1 week from today.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
we're filming this a week before.
Yes. So don't get freaked out when John is deceased because he got shot
Yeah.
and the episode is coming on. You know.
Can you just do me one favor?
Sure.
If I get shot and I don't come back, I don't want Jay sitting in this spot. With me. Find somebody else. I don't want Jay sitting here.
And if I die, I think the podcast is over.
It's over. We got nowhere to go.
Unless John.
We're just gonna stuff you. And can you bequeath at least the equipment to me? Maybe.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you paid for half of it, so.
I'll leave my hat on the microphone and just stay here. Jay could still sit in the middle.
Yeah.
Just not this section here. I love you, Jay.
Yeah. Wow. It's been fun.
That's it.
We look forward to the Super Bowl. And
leave us a comment on
go
who
Niners.
you want to win.
Yes. Tell us what you think about it. Tell us what you think about, and I hate to keep bringing up the whole Taylor Swift things because I feel like it's only adding to the.
Couple more weeks and she goes away.
Couple
more weeks and she
it's
goes
like that.
away.
So we never even talked.
We hibernate for the.
We never talked about that Gypsy Rose girl yet. I don't think we're gonna. But I'm like, dude, I don't want to put this girl on the pet. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to, because
I don't know much about her. Is she having OnlyFans?
Yeah, I don't think you want that OnlyFans, man. She's not a looker necessarily.
Taylor Swift will go hibernating for the spring and summer, you know, and she'll be back out in September when. Yes.
Which, by the way, we have a second. We have a second.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that Taylor Swift, like they're doing these deep fake things and stuff like that with the AI and Taylor Swift, like. I guess it was a big thing or whatever. Like they're creating fake nudes of her and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was kind of a lot of drama behind that and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if they're suing or if they caught the people that were creating these. And it was after the Bills game, I think. And
send it to me. I'll make my own decisions.
That could be, we've talked about AI before, but we can always talk about that again at some point because it keeps going further and further with that. But
AI is freaking me out, dude.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it another time.
Yeah.
I think. On that note, we always say that. We're going to talk about it. It's like the whole beer thing with New Jersey, the new laws and stuff. We'll talk about that next episode. We never talked about it.
We didn't?
I don't think we did. Well, big moves in New Jersey. They're allowing more entertainment in the breweries, even though a lot of breweries.
And that's it. We just talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
Shout out Knob Creek, right?
Yep. If you haven't gotten a knob in a while, you should get one.
You should get one. A 12-year-old.
We're not. No.
A 12-year-old Knob Creek was very good.
We're not in Thailand here. And we have.
Here we go. Another editing session. Beer Tree Brewing Company. Into Orbit.
Yes.
Awesome place. Up by Binghamton, New York. Thank you, Dom.
Yeah.
Very good.
And we're assuming it was from you. Yes, I think it was from Dom.
It was from Dom.
Yeah. Sorry, Dom. We need more beers. Thank you.
Let's go Niners.
Let's
go my boxes.
Niners.
If I win the bourbon pool, I will bring it on the show and we'll crack it open.
Yes.
Even if it's a Pappy 1910.
Let's get you signed up first. Cheers, Johnny.
Cheers, bro.
As always, cheers to you guys.
Peace. Thank
All
you.
right. Later.